You didn't find your purpose. You accepted the default settings, and you called it destiny. Because not knowing what you want is terrifying, but being told where to go feels like relief. So when direction showed up, career, mission, responsibility, calling, you didn't question it. You said, thank you. Because purpose removes the worst question in life. What if none of this was meant for me? Freedom is open space. Purpose comes with instructions, and instructions feel safer than silence. Externally structured purpose reduces existential uncertainty while increasing behavioral predictability. This isn't an attack on ambition or passion or people who care deeply about something. We're not here to mock purpose. We're here to look at how easily purpose can stop being yours. If you wake up every day knowing exactly what you're supposed to do, this video might feel unnecessary. That's fine. Stability rarely questions its own design. This is about a pattern where meaning feels personal but arrives pre-assembled. This content is commentary and reflection, not professional, psychological, or medical advice. It does not diagnose individuals or life situations. Interpretation and personal decisions remain the responsibility of the viewer. Purpose can emerge internally or be adopted externally. This episode examines the structural difference. Purpose feels good. Not inspiring good, stabilizing good. Like finally standing on something solid after floating too long. It gives you mornings with direction, weeks with structure, years that look like progress. And nobody asks the most important question, did you choose this direction or did you accept it? Because once purpose enters your life, something else quietly leaves. Drift, doubt, the terrifying open space of, I don't know what I want. Purpose removes that question. Not by answering it, but by replacing it. Nothing calms anxiety faster than a schedule that tells you who to be. You stop choosing. You start following. Alignment just means your uncertainty found a supervisor. Straight lines, forward motion, no wandering. But wandering is where people usually meet themselves. Structured direction reduces existential uncertainty while increasing behavioral consistency. No one walks up to you and assigns a purpose. That would be suspicious. It arrives disguised as opportunity. School calls it direction. Work calls it growth. Family calls it responsibility. Culture calls it success. Different names, same effect. Movement. You don't notice the moment your life stops being exploration and starts being trajectory. Because trajectory looks impressive. It has milestones, deadlines, recognition. Exploration just has silence and the terrifying possibility that you might choose wrong. So when a path appears, you step onto it. Not because you're controlled, because you're relieved. You call it destiny. The system calls it alignment. Alignment just means your choices fit somewhere useful. They don't force you. They make the alternative feel irresponsible. Externally structured purpose reduces cognitive load while increasing behavioral predictability within systems. Freedom is open space. Purpose is a path. Freedom asks where you want to go. Purpose says, this way. Structure feels like meaning when you're trying not to fall apart. Purpose doesn't remove fear. It hides it behind movement. Freedom is heavy. Purpose is structured. And structure feels like meaning when you're afraid of open space. Purpose provides directional certainty while limiting experiential range. At first, purpose is something you do. Then it becomes something you are. You answer emails at night, not because it matters, but because stopping feels dangerous. Weekends start looking like recovery instead of living. Silence doesn't feel peaceful anymore. It feels like something is missing. You didn't just build meaning. You built a self around the direction. You didn't build identity, you built a job description. And job descriptions are efficient, clear, functional, replaceable, but a self isn't supposed to be. Identity fusion occurs when role-based meaning replaces self-derived continuity. If this line of thought feels familiar, you're already part of the conversation. There's a darker division of these questions, where we look at the systems, not just the feelings. That door is open. Details are below. And here's the uncomfortable part. This isn't personal. It's functional. People with purpose don't wander. They don't drift. They don't stall. They move. Purpose looks spiritual, but it behaves operational. You call it dedication. The system calls it efficiency. Alignment is quiet, no resistance, just movement that looks like freedom. Purpose alignment increases systemic stability by converting internal motivation into predictable behavioral output. If purpose disappeared tomorrow, who would you be before you pick the next one? Not your role, not your function, just you, in the quiet. Freedom doesn't arrive as inspiration. It arrives as silence. Stay if this way of thinking helps you see differently. There's another division of this protocol. It's not louder, just darker.